Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we're going to get into a review of another Marvel Legends character. This is the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four movie, The First Steps. Now, quick look at the box. And you can see the little box art on the back of him being inflamed. Now there is a second version of this character, which I do not have, that where he is in his humanoid form and takes the likeness of the character from the movie in terms of the way his face looks. And then you have the all flamed version where he has flames all on him. And now the other version has a little bit of flame parts on him as well, but he's not engulfed in flames. So if you want one that's a little more fitting to the rest of the group, without him being like, if you can only choose one, maybe you might want that one because he has, like I said, his regular face and look and everything like that, but then with a little bit of just fire attachments onto him. This one, he's going to always be engulfed completely in flames. He has your basic Marvel articulation and whatnot. I'm not going to go over every little thing with the articulation. I'll just point out the joints that he has, which is obvious. You know, the elbows, the shoulders, the wrists. He's got a little bit of an ab crunch here, which doesn't go all too deep, but it's fine. I'm not one of those kind of heavy type of collectors who gets all detailed about every little thing and, oh, I don't like this, I do like this. But this was actually a gift for my son. You can see his belt, which kind of stands out. And I say that because it's not removable. But is it movable? It's a little bit movable. Yes, it's movable. It's not removable. The things wasn't removable at all. And then Invisible Woman is actually removable. So it's interesting that they have that like that. So he's got his flame parts on him here, which you can see. This flame part going over his shoulder too. I don't think that this is removable. I never tried to remove it. I don't want to break it if it isn't removable, so I'm not going to pull too hard. I don't know if it is. These parts on the arm do come off, and the finger ones are very hard kind of to get in because they wrap around the thumb, but they are removable also. Now also too, I want to point out, let me try to zoom in on this. You see that right there? That little piece right there, that circle, that's part of his wrist communicator. And if you switch out his hands, that comes off. All the Fantastic Four members have a little wrist communicator. So I believe it's a communicator, so I'm going to call it that. And it's interesting how with him, they put it on him, even though he's completely engulfed in flames. Now, I think it would have been cool that they would have made that silver, like the rest of the members have theirs as silver. I get it. They try to make it like part of the whole flame thing and whatever the case is, maybe that's flame proof, but I think it would have stood out more and you won't lose it because when it I first switched out one of the hands, this hand, it fell. And then I thought to myself, like, I didn't even realize, I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? And I was like, is that on both hands? And I had to realize that by looking at the other figures, it's his communicator. You've got the flames on the boots as well. And he's got two hands. Fist hands with flames on them. So, yes. I think the figure is cool. He's obviously not going to be your comic version, but if you don't have a Human Torch figure, this is probably the only way you're going to get a hold of one of them. Obviously, this line in general was based off the movie, but it might be the only way that you're able to get a full Fantastic Four team at a reasonable price. Link's going to be in the description down below for him on Amazon. The only character who is kind of out of affordability, I would say, is Mr. Fantastic. For whatever reason, he is a lot more expensive than all the rest of the figures. And I think partly is because of the actor himself, because with the new photorealistic faces and it being very, obviously it looks like the actor. I think people are doing that for that reason, why he's gotten purchased so much and his price went up. I don't think it's more so because he's everyone's favorite character, because to be honest, I feel like everybody, when it comes to Fantastic Four, equally like, different characters enough where some people like the Thing, some people like Human Torch, whatever. And it's enough dispersion that nobody would go, this is my one favorite character. If anything, I would assume more people probably either liked Human Torch or the Thing because they seem to be more the standout character. So I think it's probably just because of the facial likeness. But like I said, I definitely think it's worth purchasing if you just want to kind of build up a quick Fantastic Four collection while you still can, because honestly, a lot of times when figures get older, they're hard to purchase, they get very expensive, and Fantastic Four is one of those kind of groups where you want to kind of get them all, so it sucks when one of them becomes too expensive and now you can't get the rest of the group. So I would say get them while you can. Mr. Fantastic at the time of recording this video is somewhere about like $38 on Amazon, and sometime too he's not available and you're buying him from a third-party vendor on Amazon. But I definitely will say that if you like I said, want to have a full collection of the Fantastic Four, this is kind of your time to jump on it now before this, series is gone and now you're just waiting on a regular comic version series, or maybe what you want. But at the same time, to understand that you might be waiting a while before that happens, because the last iteration now is pretty expensive. With that being said, you guys, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.